tucked away within the beautiful rolling Ouachita Mountains of central Arkansas, is a magical, mysterious place. Art happens here. My name is Daniel, and welcome to my imaginary world revealed in paint. My kingdom. Let's welcome our stars to the spotlight. Although they've made it clear to me they don't like to be referred to as stars. They were just ordinary folks who happened to share with us this very private moment. And as a matter of fact, they don't see what the big deal's all about in the first place. The fact is, I've had my eye on these two for a long time, as, well, they normally live side by side on a windowsill inside the house. I've never seen them so much as have a harsh word toward one another. I think they might do just fine. At the very least, I hope this painting can conjure a smile from my viewers. It's not uncommon for me to have darker undertones lurking below a cute image. That's not the case here. No need for that. As far as I'm able to tell, this is a moment of true love. And it's just as simple as that. That satiny background cloth sets a great stage for this affair. Its folds offer visual variety, but with an overall sense of symmetry. It was also quite challenging, and was absolutely perfectly suited to my stipple glazing techniques. I think of this as a formal composition, in that the characters are confronting the viewer directly, and there can be no mistaking that anything was randomly placed. But certainly what steals the show are the expressions on our characters' faces. I think something special was captured. Okay, one's gone so far as to wear a mask, but having said that, their expressions are priceless. And I do suggest, as enigmatic expressions go, they should be right up there with the Mona Lisa. I said that, and I'm not taking it back. These various textures were a lot of fun to paint. This variety of textures allowed me to open up my paint manipulation bag of tricks and pull them all out. This is also another great example of my use of dynamic edges, as you can find crisp contours adjacent to contours that are all but completely lost. I also enjoyed working within the narrow color temperature differences between the violets and the purple tones. So much of it comes down to a pretty fine nuance. I write a brief passage of fiction for each of my kingdom paintings. I do this at the start of the setup process, and it helps me to consolidate my ideas and zero in on my subject at hand. I call this writing Tales from the Kingdom, and in the case of An Unlikely Union, I wrote, In-laws were silently horrified, each camp eyeing the other with suspicion. Many had shown up expecting some sort of train wreck. Granny P adjusted her bosom and with a tight mouth uttered, "Live and learn." The betrothed couple might have heard her, except for that at that moment they were consumed with their internal tickings and could hear nothing else. A little wobbly, perhaps, but there they stood, declaring. The master of ceremonies blessed them with a knowing twinkle in his extraordinary eyes, as if sensing something. "Give 'em a chance," he said to the muttering room. Granny P, however, pursed her lips and leaning sideways whispered, "I give it about 2 weeks." It's my intention to make still life painting vibrant and exciting by means of visual storytelling. If you indeed found this interesting, you may enjoy the related setup video for An Unlikely Union, which will be linked at the end. Liking and subscribing is appreciated, and thank you so much for viewing.